Love and light, thank you for visiting my channel. Today I'll be doing an energy reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I'll be taking a look at some of the energy surrounding you to see what our see what our messages the universe has for you. So, Sagittarius, without further ado, let's do this. Put that, put that. Dear Divine Spirit, what our messages do we have for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. What our messages do we have for Sagittarius, dear Divine Spirit? Please and thank you. Well, we got this for somebody. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desire in life, what would I choose? Well, I'm getting a different message around in this card this time than what I did with I don't remember who that was. But what it sounded like, what I'm getting, what's coming to mind this time when I look at this card is that the world presents limitless opportunities. It's just a matter of you making the sacrifices needed and taking the chances it's you making the sacrifices that's required and taking the chances that's needed in order to obtain it. That's kind of what I'm getting. But let's see. Put a deck. Put a deck. Dear Divine Spirit, what messages do we have for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. Man, cards. What all messages do we have for Sagittarius? Dear Divine Spirit, please and thank you. I don't know, you could be feeling like in a tight spot right now. In a tight place, in a tight situation or something. Okay. That's the card that comes with the box. We're going to throw that one to the side for the next one. Our company. Okay, our greatest glory is not and never felt. Hold on. Our greatest glory is not and never felt. Okay. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. You know, for some of you, you might be trying to start something, trying to have something take off the ground, like some type of, big movement, some type of, what do you call that? Not company, but like some type of, business or some type of, entrepreneurship or something kind of like that. At the bottom of this deck it says, a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. So you can break through obstacles. You can have this breakthrough that you're seeking, but you can't force it. Trying to force something to happen, trying to force change or force something to happen, it's not going to get it. That's not what's going to cut it. It's the persistence. A river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Because it kept trying until it kept trying until it wore it down, until the problem was worn down to the part to where it was easily to break through. You kept trying and kept trying and kept trying to eventually that thing just gave in, instead of you giving in, or you trying to force it to, give in, because force won't work either. Okay. Our greatest glory is not and never falling, but in rising every time. So whatever it is, even if it's not with a company, even if it's you just trying, even if it's you just trying to step into higher levels of consciousness, even if you trying to be a greater person, with you trying to, grow closer to God, with you trying to, step into divinity, into this, divine person, like whatever your story may be, or whatever your case may be. It could be with starting a new chapter of your life. It can be, jumping onto your soul's mission, or coming into your soul's purpose, whatever it is. It don't have to be with starting a job or a business, or it can be anything, because to each his own. Everybody's in different levels, everybody's in different spots, everybody have a different, different story or situation. We just all go through the same problems. Same problems, is a different story. Put it there. Dear Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Sagittarius? Dear Divine Spirit, please and thank you. Mentally, you can be wanting to get away from something. Guilt. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. At the bottom of the deck it says acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So you can feel, you can have a sense of guilt over you, if you don't, for not feeling that you're reaching certain levels of growth. You can still be learning to accept the things that you cannot change. Or there could be something that's holding you down, causing you to feel some kind of guilt or some kind of shame. I know in my other reading it was talking about failure, about failing, how it's just an opportunity for you to try something a different way, for you to do things a different way or a better way than what you've been trying to go at it. It's an opportunity for you to go about something a different way other than the way that you've been trying to go about it. A better way to go about it. Because it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's just a better way of doing it that you still need to figure out, that you still need to learn. And it's probably, surrounding something more positive, or positivity, a more positive way, or more loving way. You could be using logic when you just need to use love in this situation. Let me read this book and what it says about guilt. And maybe a person could be trying to make you feel guilty, you know, like it's your fault that something isn't working or something isn't happening. And that, and you know what I'm saying, and that can limit your growth. That can stunt your growth. It can limit your beliefs, which will definitely stunt your growth. So don't allow another person to make you feel guilty. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. The energy of fear has many the energy of fear has many guises to complicate, or maybe that says it's supposed to be disguises, I don't know, guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Yes. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though it is time to learn from the behavior and move on, the problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine its subjectivity, if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will never, Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. So yeah, pretty much what this book said. Hopefully I read it to where you can understand it and it didn't sound too bad. I'm gonna read it one more time. Device is slow on space. Alright, well let me hurry up with this and clear some of the space. The energy of fear has many disguises. I'm just going to say it's supposed to say disguises because it don't make sense to me any other way. To complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others, even ourselves, and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though it is time to learn from the behavior and move on, the problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. So yeah, release any guilt because what it just said here is the only thing that's going to happen, the only purpose it's going to serve, is it's going to promote self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. And low self-esteem is not what you want because of course it's going to lead to destruction. And that no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. So don't block off your happiness and self-love by holding on to guilt. Put it back. Divine Spirit, what are our messages? Let me check this out. What our messages do we have for Sagittarius, Divine Spirit? Please and thank you. What all messages do we have for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. It just came out. It says have faith in God. And I made sure I put that somewhere near the lower bottom of the deck just to make sure it wouldn't pop back up at the top. So Sagittarius, God is saying to have faith in Him with this whole entire situation. He's here holding your hand throughout this. Let Him help you. Let Him guide you. Let God's love, pour all over you. Let His strength be your strength. And release any guilt, because it doesn't serve no purpose for your soul or your soul's growth. But faith will, love will, God will. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So with that, Sagittarius, we're going to end this. And I want to tell you, as always, I want you to keep yourself uplifted. I want you to be encouraged, and I want you to stay in love. And as always, Sagittarius, peace and love, much love, and one love.